I'm Vin.
I'm sorry.
And this is Totdine, Ode to Melancholia.
Yep.
This is a band that Sori knows. You've been hanging out with them or talking to them or whatever.
Yep, they are.
Tell us the story.
They're looking to get their band reviewed. They are a new band. I actually don't know when they formed, but I'm sure that they'll hang out in the comment section and answer any questions that you have.
Yep. If you, dear listener, would you like your band's song reviewed, send me an email, vinandsori@gmail.com, and
we'll give you the details.
I'll give you the deets. We'll negotiate how to make that happen.
Yep.
For timely topical political commentary, you can hit us up at Middle America with Vin and Sori. Good Lord. What a world we're in, ladies and gents.
Oh, can you take this out of here?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you for spitting on me. I appreciate it.
Oh my word. Remember I used to always do that too, and you were always saying
yeah, you
do
always...
I do it less, or you just got used to it?
Well, I think now I don't care, you know, but before we were together, it was a pretty grody experience, that's for sure. Oh, Jim.
How disgusting.
Okay, this is what this house looks like in the daytime.
Stop showing me these houses in states we're not even going to live in.
Anyway.
Why did my parents curse me with being born in this wretched state?
For timely topical political commentary, you can hit us up in Middle America with Vin and Sori. I don't really want to talk a lot because I want the entire video to be about this particular band. This is unsigned. Are they signed yet to a record label?
You can ask them any questions you want. I have their email address. You can talk to them on Patreon or the comment
All you have to
section.
say is I don't know.
Yeah.
That's all you had to say, Sori.
Well, you know, you're about to start asking a bunch of questions I see that I don't have the answer to.
All right. Well,
ready?
Let's go. Ode to Melancholia.
Eclipsing my voice, invading my lungs, rising under rungs, leaving behind a trail of ashes and earth. Morsel happiness, I confess. I let the light escape through the cracks of my broken mind. I wasted time, I let it die. surviving. What the hell are we all about?
Jeez. Wow. There are some sounds that are familiar, I think, between souls. And the sound that he kept making with his voice was very, very familiar to me.
There's what do you call it? Radiohead. There's a band called Radiohead. I think we've done like one song from them, but vocally he reminds me of that. He's got a very, very, very interesting vocal signature, and he knows it. And they wrote that for the majority of the song.
Yep.
What did you think of the song?
I actually really liked it. It kind of sucked me in. Actually, I have some more of his band information here, so.
Oh, okay.
Right there.
From Kerala, a state in South India. I told you they were Indian.
They were formed in early 2018, and there were 5 of them.
My name is Mridu.
I should have asked him who he is in the band.
I'm pretty sure.
Wait, can we look it up?
He's a singer, isn't he?
But anyway, yeah, I really liked it, actually. It was kind of like one of those songs. I'm not sure necessarily that it fits the channel, which he kind of said, I think.
Well, we've done a Radiohead song.
Yeah.
So
I don't remember.
This is like alternative kind of whatever, and you had to kind of be patient for the kickoff.
Yeah, it's one of those songs, like, there are times, I've told you guys before, where I just get in like I'm gonna just let myself be sad about the things that are sad in my life that have happened or whatever. And so this is one of those songs that I could just pop on and just...
It's definitely mood music.
Wallow in the sorrow.
The name of the song is Ode To Melancholia, and I remember when I was like really, really, really deep in the throes of depression, the counselor that everybody loved, he used to call it melancholia. He didn't call it depression. He's like, a depression. Yeah. He's like, a depression is a pothole in the street. Like, so he preferred, for whatever reason, he didn't like the term depressed. You know, so like, he would call it melancholia. So, like, sometimes I said this like 8 reviews ago. Sometimes the song title kind of almost dictates how I feel about the song. Mm-hmm. So when I heard the term melancholia, I was like, okay, this is good. And then when I heard his voice, I was like, okay, it had some Chino Moreno, Deftones / Radiohead vibe to it, and I really, really liked it.
It was a unique sound.
But you're right. Like, sometimes I get in sort of a mood where it's usually very early in the morning, like 3 or 4 in the morning. Mm-hmm. Where some songs I'm like, yes, I'm gonna listen to this while I'm planking, and other songs I'm like, yes, I'm gonna put on some incense. I'm gonna have
probably steam up the bathroom.
I'm gonna have one candle, or I'll steam up the bathroom, because if I can't find my headphones, then you're like, yeah.
I couldn't find my earplugs, and it was like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning.
She's like, get out! She's like, get out of here!
No, I didn't say get out. I said.
She did. She said, get out.
I said, can you just put your headphones in?
And I should have got out, like in the movie, but well, you see what I did, because there's a film called Get Out.
There was a white girl, and she wasn't very nice.
As if you're spoiling the movie for these poor people. So yeah, like that. Please go back to where the lyrics were. You're killing me, Smalls. Thank you. Blow 'em up, blow 'em up. Yeah. So it's got that like brooding feel to it, like it's you know, but you have to be like, some songs like with metal, like you immediately get the instant gratification, like Disposable Hero.
This song kind of just wrapped around you.
Yeah, but it's mood music.
Yeah,
it's mood music, man. Like, sometimes you're in that type of mood, and sometimes when the steam gets really, really hot, and then you start like feeling like you're gonna pass out.
He's literally in there for hours with the steam on, like, with the shower on, like, the hottest setting.
It's the hottest setting, and you feel like you're gonna pass out, and
I feel bad for our landlord.
There are times I do pass out in there.
Really?
Well, I think part of it is probably because of just exhaustion, because it's probably 5 or 6 in the morning, and the other part of it is like very steamy. It's very hard to breathe. but it kind of puts you in an altered state of consciousness. It really does.
You should just get yourself some DMT, babe.
No, because it takes a while to get like worked up to that point. Like there's about 4 or 5 songs that I listen to, and they're long too. And this is an 8-minute song, so not to be weird, but this is gonna make my bathroom cut. I don't know. Maybe if we can find a sauna in the new place, like that place that we just looked at had a sauna in it. I mean, it's $12 million. Contrary to popular belief.
We basically don't make anything off of any of the songs from ad revenue.
Yeah. Hey guys, in the band, please don't like we did this for the last review we did. The band, the record.
Make sure we don't get blocked.
Yeah, they blocked us. I don't know if it was Ash Inspire, whoever it was, but anyway. I thoroughly enjoyed the song. I love the length, and I love the fact that they didn't really go outside of the tempo.
They were patient with it.
Yeah, that's the thing. And again, we're in a Twitter generation, 150 characters, but I do think there's still room for that type of music. And I think
the guy had his shoes off, barefoot.
Yeah,
gave it a feel.
Yeah, it's true. And I actually, there's another band. When we first started the channel, they were an Indian band, and they had this one single, and it popped. This is another one of my many failures, because I actually got in contact with the guy, and they were really hot at that moment. And he's like, yeah, let's do an interview, let's talk. I'm like, yep, let's do it. Completely forgot. The difference, though, between this band and the other band, I'm probably going to get in trouble, and if you're Indian, please forgive me. But with the other band, like, I could tell that they were from India. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas this band, I would assume these guys were from California.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I agree. Yeah. Yeah.
So like, it's not a bad or a good thing. Like I said, the other band was like they had this one single, I forgot what it was. I think it was with a rapper, I'm not sure, but it blew up and it was crazy, and people were like, yo, you gotta listen to this, And I actually found out and I contacted the guy, and I was like, holy crap, I can't believe I contacted the guy. And that was like right after we interviewed Zen from the album of Scars, and the guy's like, yeah, let's do it. And I completely screwed it up.
The worst one is Iced Earth.
No, that's not the worst one. There was another one that was worse than that, in my opinion. Yeah. All the interviews that we let slip through our hands.
Idiots.
Imbeciles. Okay. So there you go. I love the title of the song. It's really, really good. I'm a big believer that titles really kind of dictate where the song is going to go.
I was talking to somebody the other day, and like we were kind of just talking about our experiences in life. I'm looking at the way end of the song where it says homicidal, suicidal. I hate how
something about survival.
Yeah.
Right,
I wish
there.
I could get rid of that thing.
Well, here. Thank you. Okay?
Thank you.
It's that simple. Go ahead, continue.
Wonderful. Homicidal, suicidal, walkways to survival.
Walkways to survival.
What the hell are we on about? And I was just thinking, like, because she was saying, I've never felt suicidal in my life. I'm always homicidal. And I'm like...
Do I know this person?
Yeah. And I'm like... I would be more on the suicide.
What's the first letter of their first name? No?
Ask me later.
Okay.
Anyway, so I was like, wow, okay. So the fact that both of those were in the song, like there's different, it seems like there's a lot that's going on in this person. Would you have an idea of what, I mean, obviously, fire, a black soul sucking fire, eclipsing my thoughts, invading my lungs, rising up the rungs, leaving behind a trail of ashes and dust. Like, it seems like it's this, like you said, kind of this depression sort of, something that kind of comes over you in it.
I think he probably came up with this song while he was smoking, when he was high. And he's using that as a metaphor for, what's ailing him. Because look at it. Fire.
Really?
A black soul sucking fire, eclipsing my thoughts, invading my lungs, rising up the rungs, leaving behind a trail of ashes and dust. So when you're smoking,
wow,
all that happens, right?
Yeah.
You set it on fire, blah blah blah. But he's using that as a metaphor to. And he's probably hitting some indica strand or something like that to because it's he's melancholy or whatever.
Yeah, but
so
you don't think. But you're thinking he's using that as a way to describe the depression.
Right.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Well done.
consuming every last morsel of happiness. I confess, I let the light escape through the cracks of my broken mind. I wasted time, I let it die. So I think he was just writing that the metaphor, and I don't know, maybe this is gonna sound really ignorant. Maybe they smoke something else in India. You know what I mean? Who knows?
I'm less likely to argue with you. I've been in the comments section as of late. And Vin was right. I see the Vin was right. Vin was right. I agree with Vin. I'm sorry. Vin was right. You were wrong. I'm like, shut up.
Oh, yes. Okay, bring it on.
Literally, depending on the day, sometimes I'm like, yeah, that's my man. And then other days I'm like, wow, what the
yeah. Story of my life. Consuming every last morsel. You know, it's a very interesting. You were talking to somebody who. Oh, okay. I know who said that. Okay. You were talking to somebody and they were talking about being bipolar and stuff like that. And there's this line where, at some level, people are always responsible for their actions to some degree. But then there's another level where it's like, people cannot control the serotonin levels in their body and their brain. You know, and so it's always been a fascinating conversation like that I've had within myself. Like, where is the area of responsibility? Because he says, consuming every last morsel of happiness, I confess I let the light escape through the cracks of my broken mind. I wasted time, I let it die. And so, to some degree, you have to take accountability for your own misery. But then on the other hand, it's like, well, I mean, not everybody's starting from the same starting point to where that happens.
And if you are swayed one way or the other, like let's say you say somebody is fully responsible for how they feel and how they act completely, and that person is affected chemically in their minds or in their bodies.
Right.
It's like a point of like duress, because it's like I can't do what I think that I need to be doing. But then you have other people on the way other side of the spectrum where they take no responsibility for their actions ever, and they just want to just float down the river of their emotions, and they expect everyone to just care for them and concern for them, and they just suck the freaking life out of everyone around them. So you're right, it is a where is that line? Where is that balance? And I think for every person it's different depending on what you struggle with and depending on where you're at.
And to your point, there's sometimes you like being melancholy.
Yeah.
And there's
a difference.
When I'm alone, like when I've got like extended amount of hours, I enjoy it. But when I'm not alone and it happens, I don't enjoy it because of the effect it's going to have on you. You know what I mean? But there are times when I thoroughly enjoy it. It's just a different feeling. It's just a completely different atmosphere and things like that, and it's very strange and you know, I mean, it doesn't get destructive. Well, I mean, sometimes it might get destructive, but I don't know.
For me, sometimes it depends on, like, there's a certain kind of melancholy or depression that kind of comes at me and I don't have any control over it. It's just there,
right?
And I don't want it to be there, but it's there. And it's dragging me down, it feels like, and it feels like it's suffocating me. But then that feels different than the melancholy I let myself slide into sometimes by putting on some sad music and, you know, thinking about different things and kind of processing through different things, or just feeling the sorrow of the song and the artist.
Sometimes, you know, like the first time I noticed this was when reading the Bible. Sometimes, like, somebody will write something massively significant, but because there's other things around it, you lose what's being... So it's like, oh, this battle happened and, you know, 1,200 men fell and da-da-da-da, and then you keep reading. I'm like, whoa, wait a second.
What?
Like, if I was in a town where 1,200 people died in one skirmish, like, that would be massive. And this lyric right here, craving a cure for this aching, like jagged stones grinding betwixt my bones. Think about that. Like, if you had inside of your body stones that were between your bones, jagged stones, that would be so painful. Like, that would
Isn't that what a bone spur is?
Well, it's kind of, it's not like an actual rock, but yeah, it's like when the bone kind of breaks off and it kind of has jagged edges to it. But like,
and people that have that are like,
Can you imagine? Yeah. I mean, it's massively painful. But like, I always like look at it like on the knee, you know, because that's my issue. Is my knees all jacked up? It's never been the same since whatever. But but I could still get on the elliptical and, you know, whatever. But man, like that's a very vivid line. And then I like the word betwixt. That's a little bonus. Craving, a sculpture of melancholy, so beautiful, tragical, undeniable. I also liked actually the video. One of the things I liked, it's really weird because I usually love like the live performance and things like that, which was good. But like some of the images with the train going around and around in circles, I liked that a lot. Because I felt like it was kind of like this loop where you were never going to get out of it, which was kind of the vibe of the song. And then the girl dancing at the end, I liked that too. And so I wish there would have been more of those visuals in that video, because it's just like that would be even more to set the mood. And I like the coloring that they did.
Yeah,
with
the coloring to me reminded me of a memory.
Yeah, just
time gone by, so that it kind of can pull you into that feeling.
The essence of melancholy visually and all that. And it was a little bit spooky with the people dancing, especially at the end. Like, I wish there was more of that actually, because. But that's
spooky.
That's just me, because you know I'm like, this is my sauna music here. So I wish
the audio would, like his vocals audio would have been a little clearer.
I don't know. I thought it was perfect.
No, I wanted to hear it a little bit more clearly.
I'll have to disagree with you on that one.
I mean, you're allowed to.
Were you looking at the lyrics?
Yes, I was.
Oh,
I just wanted to hear it with more.
I thought they featured his. I thought they purposely said, we're gonna feature his vocals and the bass.
Yeah, because
I heard the bass line really, really well, which I never do, and obviously his vocals were
I like his vocals, and so I just want to hear that, just the clarity of it, like I think it kind of had that sound to it, and it fit the song. I just wanted to hear it.
I want to feel alive, so nail me to a cross and watch me bleed aloft. That's a risky line, man. That's a really, really risky line, but it, you know. That's what happens to a lot of people when they're in the throes of melancholy. They want some sort of pain to help them. You know, I did the whole self-harm thing, but I don't think it was to feel alive or whatever. I mean, quite frankly, I'm not particularly sure, like, ultimately why. Like, I can't point and say, that's why I used to do that. I don't know, you know, to this moment. And I mean, I know a big chunk of it, you know, I was at war with somebody and I was trying to like make myself impervious to pain or something like that. But it continued even when I was out of that situation. So there was no real explanation for that. And you know, I stopped pretty much cold turkey. So.
Yeah. I mean,
so I don't know. Interesting stuff. What do you give the song?
9.2.
This is a 9.7 for me. I like that they featured his voice. They centered his voice on the song. I think I'm probably gonna email this guys because I'd like to hear like their other songs, because
it's right up there for you. Because
I wonder if they're gonna struggle with balancing out, you know, featuring his voice in every song like that, because it's so unique. Good stuff, my guy. Good stuff. I enjoyed it.
You don't need to be nervous.
Vin out.
Sorry, out.
Gone.
of my road.